Greetings, children of the earth. It's another fine day, and we feel like speaking to you. Yeah, we're gonna keep going with this as much as we can. So, after our little initial getting to know each other period there, probably seemed like I meandered quite a bit. Well, that's how I talk. But I'll try to be a little more focused now so I can get my thoughts through, right? Maybe my thoughts will zap your thoughts and zap me back, because that's one of the big things we're going to talk about today is connection. Connection. What connection is so important because people need each other on every level, right? Like, you can be the kind of person that lives alone, needs space, all that, but at some point in the day, in the week, man, even in the month for you hardcore people, you can need a little one-on-1, one-on-12, whatever. You gotta have conversation. You gotta know there's other people out there, and you gotta know how that feels. It's the most important thing you could possibly do. Well, not the most important, but, it's in the top 10, all right? Like, try to emphasize, but I don't use words like honestly, which is a crappy word. Don't ever use that. And I'm not using I don't know anymore. That's also getting removed from my syllabus and should also be striked from the zeitgeist, okay? Like, that's the deal with that. Connection gives so much to you, to me. So we sit down and talk, I just kind of need to just start talking as far as like where I'm at, what I see, how I feel. And then when it reciprocates, when you start talking about what you're thinking about, what you're feeling, those two things come together, that's connection. Just like completing the circuit and the light comes on, right? It's the same thing, basically. Whether it's physics or metaphysics, they both work the same way, except one's got a little magic to it. Oh yeah. So we'll keep it short on the physics stuff and the metaphysics stuff, but it's all about connection. Let's just get it there, connection. The other thing we're talking about today is my use of metaphors. Now, this is how I talk now. As a writer and as whatever else I am now, metaphors are very important. A, they protect the innocent. B, they protect, my gigs. I mean, what do you want? Like, people get pissed if you start talking about them personally or where you're at and all that. So, everything's got to have that flavor, right? But I just normally do. So, if you don't understand some of my references, I don't know what to tell you. Like, look it up, try to figure it out, ask a question in the comments, like, what is that? More than happy to answer, right? And if you want to subscribe and catch my badness or whatever you want to call it, as much as I can do it every day, if I try to do it every day, or when, I need to, or the words are just pouring out of my head and I just got to get it out there kind of thing. But metaphors are very important to me. They just bring flavor to my language, my voice. And yeah, I giggle a lot because, what do you want? Like, I've already been through hell and back, and it doesn't matter anymore. It's all kind of comical that all this stuff still goes on and people still have their issues, and it just keeps going. It's like people don't want to just stop and go, well, what the fuck? I hear you. You got to figure it out. It took me a while too, but after a while, if your life isn't where it needs to be and you got to get your shit straight, stop, realize what's holding you back, which is fear. You got to leash that fucker. You can't kill hydras. You can't. You cut one head off, the other ones are going to start growing. Two more in its place, right? That whole thing with supposedly the hero from Greece did, that was all BS, because that was just so, it was a nice ending, like the happy ending, which the happy ending is a fantasy. It really is. There's no such thing as a happy ending. How about just a good ending, right? Like, okay, everything worked out all right. Like, endings suck anyway, but they're very hard to write and they're very hard to live. Let's just put it that way, boys and girls. So, heading into the spot here to serve my people, as always, as long as I can. I'm on the tail end of that. That was another, well, that's been another season in hell I've endured for quite a while, but, you know, it's worth it. I mean, I get to serve my people. And that's an important thing for me. Take it very, very responsibly, very seriously. Just don't screw around with that. That's just how it is. And it's hard when other people don't feel that way. Again, it's one of the things I've learned, right? Like, I feel like that was a part of my fear, was being okay with people that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. They don't have that respect. You know, and you don't have to. Honestly, you don't have to be like me. All you have to do is what a very wise Sith Lord told me once, which is 50% of the gig is showing up, the other 50 is doing the job. And that's all I would ever ask of anyone. Just do the work. I'm not asking for heroics here. Just do the job. It's not hard. Honestly, if you put some effort into it, you're not going to have to go to the gym as much. I try to tell people that all the time. It's like, I get my cardio just doing my job. You know, that's my doctor talking. You know, like, dude, you get 15 to 20K a day on those legs. You're fine. All you need to do is some isometrics and lift weights if you want to or something. But keep it, you know, and I'll get into that. Like, why I'm not, like, bulking up like crazy. Because after a certain age, you're insane to do that. That's a parable for another time. As we close into my location here, you might ask why. Why is the wolf doing this now? Well, because the wolf is running the show. You know, he's got the child, the teenager, and the other thing in his pocket. And he's got Mr. Wiggly on a leash, because he's kind of a bitch and never stops whining about things. He's really the Hydra. He's an ugly looking fucker too. But that being said, yeah, now that we got the union going on and things where they should be under control, now it's about living the life, sharing. The sharing is important. I don't care if sharing is caring. And it's important because if I don't share, you know, I could end up with like a schizoid embolism or some shit. Yeah, I looked that one up. I just created that. But the why is simple, you know. Get to a point in your life where you learn a lot, got all this knowledge, and you finally have the right frequency to be like, oh, I can use all this, and it's molded me into something else now, like very quickly. Silly quick. And I want to share that because part of the experiment, I'm always running experiments, by the way, is will somebody else find their truth, right? Like, have their moment where it clicks and they're almost a new person in a positive way. You know, like, oh, I'm good, like, bang. And that would be awesome if I could do that for somebody else. Or just get them to think about something that has been kind of like sticking in the back of their head for a long, long time. That would be cool too. Like, just something that's been just driving somebody out of their mind. Like, but that's how we do things around here. So that's how it's going to be. That's what it's all about, boys and girls. So this parable is done for today. My latest addition to my tales. Crow. Good sign. Good sign while I'm talking. Love them birds. But, so we're going to finish up here as we get closer to our destination. But all I'm going to say to you folks is, you know what? Have a great day. Hope to see you tomorrow. If we get to, if you end up subscribing, that's groovy. If not, I get it. Who wants to listen to me every day? Hopefully you. Hopefully you, brother. Hopefully you. All right, let's do this. We're in. Okay, we're parking. Safety first. That is my gig, brothers and sisters. Safety first. Till next time, children of the earth, remember, it's all about